Hi Capricorn, this is Samantha from Insights Tarot. I'm here to give you your weekly read from the 9th to the 15th of September 2019. It's a general read for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And it's a timeless read despite the timestamp. Which means if you've been brought to this reading, you've been brought here for a reason, give it a look. There are some messages here for you, okay? If you like the video, like, share, and subscribe. Love having you here. I love doing these readings for you. So hit that thumbs up button and the little bell that after you subscribe, there's a little bell. Hit the bell if you want to be notified whenever I download a new video, okay? If you're interested in a more comprehensive idea of what this time has in store for you, my suggestion, Capricorn, is to watch your rising Moon and Venus sign videos along with your Sun sign video, okay? If you don't have time to watch all those videos, I do offer personal readings. I do 30-minute private read videos for $30 each if you're interested. That information is below in the description box. Using the same decks as last week, the Law of Attraction Tarot and the Angel Answer cards, that information is below too. So without further ado, let's get started. Source Energy, Ascended Masters, Angel, Archangels, Guardian Angels, and Divine White Light and Spirit Guides, I ask that you please provide me with the general messages and energies for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. I ask that you allow me to see these messages clearly for Capricorn, and I ask that you allow me to speak them clearly so they understand them. And I ask that all the messages given here today help keep Capricorn on their highest path, not only now, but always. I want to thank you for your love, guidance, and protection, Divine. Your messages are deeply appreciated, and you are always welcome here. Okay, so the general energy for the week is you. This is the devil. You're not the devil. I'm just saying your sign represents the devil. So your general energy for the week ahead is the devil. This could be a focus on a relationship that's toxic at this time, especially with the lovers out here. I do feel like that could be the case, but it's also about working on yourself, about working on your toxic thoughts, behaviors, patterns of thinking. Your focus for some of you, the focus for some of you could be in working on that this week as well. So it's in part working on your shadow self if you're spiritually oriented. Okay, see, we got the devil here. He's sitting on a pile of bones, and he's got you know, a palette of paint with a paintbrush. So this suggests to me you're trying to find creative ways to deal with toxicity in your life. Okay, you're having to get creative and you're needing to take action. He's wearing red. Okay, but yet he sits on all these bones, which indicate things that didn't work out to me. Things that passed on and they went away or left his life, or, you know. This is a card of addictions as well. So for some of you, this could be definitely you working on addictions and taking a new approach to doing that. The word over here on his arm says solve, so it's about solving a problem. And then coagula is written on his other arm, which is, let's see, I don't know if you'll see it or be able to even read it. It says coagula, Latin for ties that bind, and that is a tie-in to typical tarot where you have the two people chained to a devil. There are ties that bind you. They're toxic. You're focused on them now. You're focused on trying to work through your own stuff as well as work through this external circumstance in a creative new way. That's the idea now. And I do feel for some of you it's about getting more spiritual, going within and finding the answers with the Hermit right behind it. talks to me about needing to get balanced right now, going within Capricorn, finding your balance there, and then touching base with your higher power and your angels to help guide you in the direction you need to go. So, I mean, these are opposite polarities. On one end, you got the devil, and on the other, you got a connection to God or your higher power, whatever that is. And you're trying to use one to solve the other, and you can. And it will work if you follow through with it. And believe that it can be. Okay, so with that being the focus, it's no surprise the first card out is an Ace of Swords. So this could be a new start in your life, which has been hard fought to get, that you're trying to bring balance to. Okay, I'll just say that right off the top from what I'm seeing here. This Ace of Swords, you have a guy, it's obviously winter time, which is a timing card for me. So especially 2 winter cards, I do feel like you're going to have this transition in the winter time. Okay. I do feel like this new start for you could be in the winter, for many of you, okay? So it would be, I'm seeing December through March. Yeah, through Pisces season. Okay, which is March. So, I do feel that this card, you've been through a lot to get here. It's icy, it's cold. There's absolutely, it's really destitute of life except for the guy on the board. And he is looking at it like a playland. He's on his snowboard and he's doing a fabulous stunt. I don't know how he lands it, but I feel it's a great success. These are the ties, you know, and the fact that he's flying off and doing a jump in the air, it suggests cutting ties with one land and starting something new below wherever he lands. So this card indicates you're going to start something new by cutting off everything else that was. The Ace of Swords does release you from all the ties that bind, and that's what you're hoping to do here. You're trying that word right there, the coagula, means ties that bind. And you're trying to find a genuine solution to solve your issues. In a relationship, I feel primarily for many of you with this card coming out, and this is the Lover's card. So I think you're trying to find a new start in your love life. For many of you. And it's all up in your head. You're trying to work something out. Okay? This is a new start. And if it hasn't happened now, give it the winter time. Like I said, these are timeless readings. It'll resonate when it's meant to. It could have already started for some of you. But I do have 2 winter scene cards here, which can indicate a winter start. 2 of Cups. So, absolutely about a love life. About a lover. For many of you. This is a new start in a relationship you're wanting. Or a new start where you meet somebody new. But being that this card came up, I really feel that, well, if this is somebody new, it's going to be a highly passionate and sexually fulfilling relationship, probably. But beware, it could be codependent. There could be problems in terms of toxicity between you. Your main thing with this new relationship, Capricorn, would be moderation and staying balanced in all ways, in sex and in drugs and rock and roll, but also in, you know, in work and play and in every facet. The key to moving forward is to keep balance in the relationship. Okay, now for those of you in a long-term relationship where you've already been through this devil energy with addictions and codependency and other issues, lying and things of that nature, like ego energy, self-sabotaging, people stepping out on each other, you know, having affairs and things like that, are all covered by the devil, as well as addictions of any sort. Your own addictions, but their addictions as well. I see you've struggled to get to a point of a new start. I don't know that this new start's going to be emotional at all for you. It's a swords card, but it is a new start for you, Capricorn. And I do feel it's one that you've chosen within a relationship. I do feel like you have fears around it, though, you know. Just sitting with this for a minute. Yeah, this is the moon card. So definite a relationship where there were some lying, deception, fears. There were illusions. Things were not as you thought they were. Some things could have came out that really destroyed your emotional comfort in this relationship, Capricorn. But if it's not that, it's other toxicities like addictions are playing a role. A lack of emotional nurturing towards one another is playing a role. Here with this moon card, we have a woman on a very snowy, dark night, and she's in a very scary place. It looks like the deep, dark forest on a full moon, and her face is in the moon, which tells me maybe she's her own worst enemy. Because these readings are meant to be looked at in two ways. The first is the lens of looking at it in terms of your own personal growth, your own blocks with thinking. This is a law of attraction reading anyway. So law of attraction is all about how you're thinking, feeling, behaving to create the reality that you have. Well, first look at this reading in terms of yourself, the blocks you have, the fears, the need for balance, the need for something, a new way of thinking that's balanced and moderate, away from fears. You've got fears to work on, okay? But the other way, the second lens, is to look at the external circumstances of your life that have been created by prior thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So this is what's here now, and you can only imagine the things you were thinking long term to bring it in. The work you did to bring in this brand new beginning. You had to actually plant that seed to get this new beginning, and it wasn't just given to you in your relationship. Okay. So here we are talking about self-sabotage, self-illusion, self-deception, fears. So this is the first one. This is me looking at this card in terms of the things you got to work on within yourself. You got fears, illusions. You're deceiving yourself regarding something in a relationship. You might have definite fears that you need to analyze and work through, and they leave you cold. No wonder she's in the middle of the summer. You feel lost, abandoned, lonely, isolated, out in the cold. I feel like there's no emotional warmth. I feel this woman is even struggling. You see, she's holding up trying to gather her cloak. At least she's covered here. But she's got this cloak on, and she's reaching to grab it up out of the snow. And, you know, back here in the wood, in the dark, you see bats, and bats are an indicator of, they symbolize fears that we create, fears that others are against us or against us, fears that people don't like us or love us, or that they're going to harm us in some way. Doesn't have to be physically, but for some of you it could be a fear of being left behind, a fear that others are definitely working against you, or not trying to work with you at the very least anyways. Now, on another way, this card is suggesting to me that fears are what's preventing the balance in a relationship at this point, and there's a need to cleanse them. Now, being that this is early on here, I feel like you could have been working through it, or you are now, because this is the next card out. This is Temperance, and I love it. She's bearing herself to the world. Look at her outstretched arms. Her face is looking towards the heavens, and she's standing there naked, vulnerable in a stream and a waterfall, which is cleansing all her thoughts and her worries away. She's purifying herself. She's cleansing herself of the fears, the worries. Now, this could as easily be a he. Just so you know, I'm only saying she because that's what's on the card, but easily a he. You are cleansing yourself of the fears and the negative thinking, okay? But this is also indicating that because you're working on said thoughts, that's changing it's changing how you're behaving, acting, and the nature of your relationship. I am seeing another person back here walking away with water, possibly. I can't really tell what's in there. Could be water from the stream, but they have luggage. And maybe the fear is you're afraid somebody's going to leave you behind, and possibly so. Temperance says to have patience. There's a situation, this love relationship, you have to have patience with it. You have to understand that things are happening behind the scenes now, and that's for your highest good. This is striking a balance, needing to be moderate now, okay? It's waiting to and not making impulsive decisions, and knowing that the keys right now for forward movement in this relationship lie within cooperation, kindness, and compassion. For some of you, a partner could have already walked away, and you're going to communicate, okay? But I feel like these two are of the same tribe, and I feel like they are working together for the betterment of a village. Or, in other words, this is a partner and you're working to heal your relationship. But for some, a partner could have already left, and this has striked up major fears and worries within you. But for many, it's you working on your own stuff and then working with your partner to cleanse the relationship. Okay? Because you're going to be shifting your perspectives. Okay? This is a King of Pentacles. Okay? So you're working through your fears here with Temperance. This guy comes along because this is what you're looking for. You're looking for stability, solidity, security. So a stable foundation, pretty much. You want long-lasting money in the bank. This could be, you could be having financial and work problems with your partner. You could be the one having the problems and they're helping you through them, or together you're working. Somebody might not be working right now. There just might be financial and work problems. And this card is one about getting solid advice, okay? Or seeking solidity. Because that's what you're aiming for. That's why you're going through the cleansing and the purging, and here with Temperance. You're working on yourself because you know in working on yourself, you're going to work towards the relationship you want. And this is what you want. You want a stable love relationship. So here we got a banker, it looks like, because he's got a vault of money behind him. He's sitting at a big lawyer's desk or executive desk. And on it, he's got, I see a printer way back there. I see a plaque with like his certification, stacks of papers and stuff. So you could be all business about working this out, or maybe your partner is. But the whole point of the matter is you're wanting to bring stability back into your relationship with your partner, which is indicated here by the King of Pentacles. So your partner could be, for some of you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, somewhere in their charts. But this is you, typically. I mean, you are a Capricorn. So you're coming out in your own reading because you're wanting the stability. You're wanting to work towards a better life with your partner. And Gemini rules the lovers. And, you know, here, this is what you want. You want more passion in your life. You want the stability, but I feel like you're lacking the emotional intimacy, which is affecting other avenues in your life at this time. This is your goal. This is where you're heading to. I do feel like for some of you, you do want the balance between work and home. So for some of you, one of you is working too much and there's not enough partner time. There's not enough home time. For others of you, maybe there's too much importance put on the sex within your relationship. Okay. There could be other addictions within your relationship as well, and you're of two minds about that. You're trying to bring stability back, okay? There are a couple stories here, but definitely within your relationship, but also within yourself, Capricorn. So, with the angel answers, let's see what they have to say about this situation. What's the best advice we can give Capricorn regarding the situation at hand? What do they need to know? What will be of most benefit for them? Okay. What's important for them at this time to know and understand? Okay. Well, there's an opportunity for change. So, I do feel that's this. So you had a new start here, and which is the exact opportunity you've been given to make the changes necessary to solve this toxicity within your relationship. Now, recognize, Capricorn, it takes two. Although much of your own power is in changing your own behaviors, ways of thinking, acting, behaving, and, you know, that sort of thing. You can't change other people. So you're given an opportunity now to work on yourself so you can at least put in your effort towards this side of the relationship. And you can also then take your effort and work and communicate with your partner. You're being advised to be assertive now and to take action. So be assertive and take action. Now, when we think of that, we think externally, but this is also internal. Take the action and be assertive with regards to your own shadow work, healing your fears, your negative behaviors and thought patterns that are holding you up, okay? That's important, and it's key to moving forward. You're giving an opportunity now to do this. Now, in terms of the relationship, it's time to compromise, okay? Time to compromise. So, compromise is what's going to help work you through this relationship at this time. That I feel for many of you, you're struggling. So, compromise is key to having big, happy changes, okay? So, if you work with your partner and on yourself, big, happy changes will come. You're ready, so don't stop doing what it is you're doing. This message especially goes out to those who are already working on themselves. Keep going. Angels see you. They're so proud of you. And they want you to know, keep doing the exact thing you're doing because you're on the right track. Da, 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 da. That's fabulous news. I love reading that. Beautiful. So, Big happy changes I see within the next few months. And what did I say? Winter time. So I feel winter time is going to be a time of changes for you within yourself and within the relationship with the problem, okay? Time to listen to your intuition. That's going to be the last card pulled. So absolutely, it was already stated down here with the Hermit coming out as the answer to working through the Devil card. Listen to that. Listen to your intuition, but also connect with your angels and your higher power, your higher source, and your higher self to get all the answers you need and all the guidance you need in healing not only yourself, but the relationship that you're in at this moment. Okay, so those are your messages. I hope they resonate. Comment below your thoughts on the reading, how this reading is playing out in your life. Love to know. Leave me a message. And until next time, do care. Love and light always, Capricorn. Namaste.